wonderful new year. Looking forward to all that God has in store for us. I'd like to talk to you today about some things that I see happening in our Christian. Well, been happening for a long time. But one of the things that has happened, Christianity has become a consumeristic type of faith, if you will, at this point. It's no longer built upon sound doctrine, teaching, preaching of the Word, serving Christ, discipleship, these types of foundational things. Now it's about how excited can we get you, or the new conspiracy theory, or some of the what is the extraordinary thing or the new thing, whatever, and everybody wants to be excited. And the problem with consumeristic types of things and excitement and exuberance is you have to keep topping yourself. Well, I see a lot of folks today who they have fallen for things that are not biblical, they are not even Christian, but yet they sound good, they kind of look good in certain ways. And the reason they do it is because it is easier to follow something like that than it is to actually follow the mundaneness of the gospel of Jesus. Jesus talks about living for Him, being a true disciple, a follower of Him, dying with Him. He says that His followers would have suffering come upon them. It's a lot easier to talk about all these other things. It's not easy to follow Christ because it's mundane. It's boring sometimes. And actually, it's being long-suffering and all that. And folks don't want that. They want to hear the new, the exciting thing. And they don't even care if it's biblical. And most people are into generalities and platitudes. They don't ever dig deep. And there's very little substance today in Christian faith. And much of this has become normative. And if you do something long enough, it becomes normal. You heard the term the new normal. Well, this is what's happened in Christianity on several occasions over the past 500 years. But here in the past probably 30 years, we have really seen a change to entertainment theology, to prosperity doctrine, word of faith types of things. The end time doctrines are totally out there on most things. I see people talking about, some guy will say, well, I'm a prophet and God give me this. Well, I can say anything I want. Doesn't mean that I'm following God. We need to get back to sometimes just the basics of God. The mundaneness of following Christ, being His disciple, loving, caring for others. Again, it's so easy to fall for something because it's exciting or it's new or it seems to give us back control, but we have given control to Christ and we need to follow Him. I pray today that you would look at Christ in a different way, not look to be excited, not to have the exuberant thing. Nothing wrong with being excited sometimes, but we need to find an emotional level with Christ that allows us to truly follow Him and understand that life, and for the Christian, sometimes is very mundane. It can be very boring, but it is the best life. It is what God wants for us, and we will have true abundance if we will follow Him.